This story shows that a poisonous virus has spread, turning everyone in the world into zombies. But these are no ordinary zombies. They are so fast they can catch up to a running airplane, are so clever they can outwit humans, and some zombies can sniff out their target from several kilometers away. But in this world surrounded by danger, only the humans are alive. Whether these two will survive or not is what we'll find out in today's video. At the beginning of the story, we see a boy sitting in his room, watching a cartoon on TV. When suddenly the TV signal goes out and an urgent news report begins to appear on the screen. This news steals the smile from the boy's face. The TV reports that a very poisonous virus has spread worldwide, which turns infected people into horrific zombies within minutes. The virus spreads rapidly, and the entire world has fallen under its grip. The TV advises anyone hearing this news to quickly find a safe place for themselves. The boy was watching all this when suddenly a strange noise came from the room upstairs. Hearing that sound, the boy's breath hitched in his throat. The boy slowly goes upstairs and sees that it was just his elder sister playing a prank. Afterward, the two siblings go towards their mother's room, where they find their mother very worried. She calls her husband to tell him about the situation. Her husband, who is a pilot, tells his children and wife that the virus is spreading quickly everywhere. So, instead of waiting for me at home, you all should quickly find a way to get away from the city. He tells his children not to worry. Nothing will happen to you. Your mother will take you to a safe place. He shows his children the lucky bracelet he is wearing, which his daughter Abigail made for him. Seeing this, Abigail becomes very happy. Meanwhile, their mother quickly starts packing things. Just then, they hear screams from outside. So, she quickly takes her two children and comes out of the house. Just as they are about to get into the car, a zombie suddenly attacks the children's mother. Terrified, Abigail quickly hides under the car and witnesses her little brother and mother being killed by the zombies right before her eyes. That zombie doesn't see the little girl and leaves the spot. The little girl is trembling with fear. Just then she sees that her mother has also turned into a zombie. The girl's mother sees her daughter and moves toward her. Before she could hurt her daughter, an uncle comes like an angel, shoots and kills Abigail's mother, and saves Abigail. A little later, they see that Abigail's younger brother is also turning into a zombie. So the man tells the girl to cover her ears and shoots and kills her zombified younger brother too. 10 years later, the scene shifts 10 years later, and we see that human civilization has been completely destroyed due to the zombie virus. The cities, once glittering with light, are now deserted, and all humans have either died or are wandering around as zombies. Only two humans are still alive. The little girl, Abigail, whom the uncle saved, is now grown up. From that day until now, Abigail has been raised under the care of Uncle Jack, and Jack has trained her to fight the zombies. If Jack hadn't come into her life that day, Abigail would have been dead by now. Therefore, Abigail considers Jack her father. After being alone in the forest for so many years, Abigail felt very lonely. Her biggest wish is to find a human settlement where she can live with other people. But Jack absolutely dislikes being around people. One night, as the two of them were camping and sleeping in the forest, Jack's sleep is broken by someone's sound. He slowly comes out of his camp and sees a zombie suddenly attacking Jack, but Jack continuously fires his gun and kills it, and Abigail also reaches the spot. After hunting zombies in the jungle for the last 10 years, the two of them had gained enough experience to know that zombies stay together in groups. They realized that there must be more zombies nearby. So, they quickly begin preparations to leave the place and ride away on their horses. Just then, their horses start neighing on the road. Jack understands that danger is near. The two look around and see a jeep surrounded by zombies in the distance. A normal human was trying to save himself from the zombies there. Now, there were very few humans left on Earth anyway, so these two had to save that person from the zombies at any cost. Jack also wanted to test Abigail's aiming skills. So, he tells Abigail to save this person to see if she is fully trained. Jack tells her to calmly aim for the target and then shoot it. But Abigail shoots hastily, and as a result, the bullet hits the surviving person along with the zombie. Seeing this, Jack gets very angry with Abigail. Afterward, the two of them go to that person. They see that this person cannot survive now. So, Jack kills him himself, so that if he was bitten by a zombie, he doesn't come back to life and become a danger to them. Then, the two of them start taking all the necessary things from the dead person's car. Jack takes the dead man's shoes, and just as he puts them on, the dead man's other companions arrive and surround them with many armed people. When one man sees the dead man's shoes on Jack's feet, they start suspecting that they killed their companion to loot their belongings. Just as these people are about to kill the two of them, a pregnant woman gets out of the car and tells her companions to let the two of them go. Just then, the black horse alerts them again, and the next moment, a loud noise starts coming from the distant forest. Many zombies start advancing towards them from all directions, like a storm. They come at such a high speed that they don't have a chance to run away. So, they take out their weapons and fight right there. Everyone had weapons, but the number of zombies was too large. So, they bite many people in the group one by one. The surviving people have nowhere to hide, and soon, very few people are left. A strong man is unfortunately bitten by a zombie, so he wants to shoot himself, but his gun runs out of bullets. Now they understand that they cannot fight them. So Abigail helps the pregnant woman get into the car. The pregnant woman's husband is also sitting in the car, and Jack starts the car and drives away quickly. Now only these 4 people were left alive in the whole group. Everyone else had become a victim of the zombies. A black-faced zombie gets very angry seeing its companions die. Meanwhile, these 4 people continue their journey in the car, saving their lives from the zombies. On the road, Jack asks the woman sitting in the back, "Who are you? And what were you doing here?" After asking, it is revealed that these survivors wanted to go to a place called Shiptown, where people live safely. It has all the necessary facilities, and they all wanted to go there and live a normal life. Hearing this, Abigail is very happy, as this is the place she had always wanted to go. Regarding this, Jack says, "There are no such colonies here. I have been wandering around for the last 10 years. I haven't seen any such colony." Just then, their car suddenly breaks down in the middle of the road. At this time, the pregnant woman's husband, whose name is David, gets out. He tells them that "I am a mechanic and I can fix it, but the car cannot be fixed due to a lack of tools." So, these people leave the car right there and start their journey on foot. After walking for a few kilometers, they reach a deserted society. The tall buildings are still standing here, but a dead silence prevails all around. These people first examine the place thoroughly. When they don't sense any danger, they decide to spend the night here. At night, they light a fire and cook food. Abigail was very eager to go to that place called Shiptown. She starts talking to the pregnant woman about that place. The pregnant woman tells her that they had already contacted the people living in Shiptown via radio. It is a very beautiful place where they can live freely. Hearing this, Abigail's eyes light up. On the other hand, Jack sets up traps all around outside, so that even if they are asleep, they can quickly know as soon as danger approaches. Jack comes inside, takes out a map, and explains to everyone that he will drop Megan and David some distance, and then the two of them will go on separate paths. But Abigail was not happy with Jack's decision. She goes to Jack and argues with him that David will not be able to safely take his pregnant wife to that place. "So we should go with them," Jack says. "We should use our brains. Look where there are more people. There is also more danger." But Abigail leaves, dissatisfied with Jack's decision. Although neither of them knew that the black-faced zombie had reached there by sniffing their car, the journey continues the next morning. Abigail was sitting on the roof looking at her childhood pictures, when suddenly a rustling sound comes from the bushes below. She realizes that a zombie has come inside and rushes down to warn everyone. Just then, a zombie chases her on the street. Abigail saves herself and starts climbing the stairs upwards and pushes the chasing zombie down. But her balance is lost in this commotion, due to which she was also about to fall down. But just then, Jack arrives in time and saves her. A little later, the black-faced zombie reaches there with its companions, because it finds out where their companion died. But they get caught in the preset traps where many zombies are killed. Hearing the sound of the explosion, Jack realizes that the horde of zombies has reached the place where they were last night, and the zombies are still chasing them. But the good thing was that these people had left that place and moved on. Just then, Abigail remembers that a small airport is a short distance away, where her father used to work. Perhaps some airplanes are left there, with the help of which they can easily reach Shiptown. But Jack says, if we go to the airport, it is an open space, and if zombies surround us there, We will have no way to save our lives, and the chances of us finding an airplane there are also low. But after Abigail repeatedly insists, he agrees to go there. Afterward, these people came to the airport. But there were no airplanes here. Jack says, "See, I told you there would be no airplanes here." But when they reach a small garage there, as soon as they open the garage door, they luckily find a small airplane there. Seeing this, these people become very happy, because now the way for them to reach Shiptown has become easy. But this airplane had not been used for a long time, so the mechanic David says that it needs to be fixed. "Not much. I will fix it in 10 to 15 minutes. While David fixes the airplane, Jack and Abigail start looking for some useful items at the airport. Just then, David sees through the binoculars that many zombies are coming from a distance who will soon reach the airplane. They run and warn the two of them that we have to start the airplane quickly. Otherwise, the zombies will reach here and kill us. Abigail quickly sits in the pilot seat. She starts reading the books there. Her father was a pilot, so she had learned some information about controlling an airplane from her father, and Jack tries to stop the zombies by shooting them. Abigail somehow starts the airplane, but by then it was too late. Many zombies reach the runway there. Their speed was very fast, and one of them even reaches the airplane door. But Jack shoots him and frees the airplane from his grip, and Abigail understands the control of the plane. In this way, these people take off the plane. Everyone sitting in the airplane is very happy because they will soon reach Shiptown directly. But this happiness was very short. As soon as they moved forward a little, smoke suddenly started coming out of the plane's engine because this plane had not traveled in the air for the last 10 years. So its engine explodes, and the plane starts going downwards. Jack uses his mind and crash lands the airplane in a tree, due to which they get minor injuries, but their lives are saved. The plane was now unusable. So, now they have to travel on foot again. After walking for a while, they reach a deserted railway station. It's night. These people check the surroundings for danger. When they don't see any zombies, they decide to spend the night here. They look at their location on the map, due to which they find out that now they are only 2 days away from Shiptown. Here, the pregnant woman comes to Jack and thanks Jack. She tells Jack that, if you were not there, we would never have reached here. Hearing this, Jack also sympathizes with Megan. He tells her his story that 10 years ago, when this zombie virus started, he first had to kill his wife with his own hands because she was coming to bite him. So, since then, until today, the human inside him has seemingly died somewhere. Now, in this world, he only has Abigail, whom he will save at any cost, and Jack also tells Megan that now his mind has changed. "I will now take you all to Shiptown first." Hearing this, Megan is very happy. On the other hand, we see that Megan's husband David tries to kill himself by putting a gun to his head. Actually, a zombie had bitten him on his leg. But David has not become a zombie yet, because the wound is very small. So, his rate of turning into a zombie is quite slow. Now, he decided that he would take his wife Megan to this Shiptown and then separate himself from her. The betrayal the next morning, these 4 people start their journey again. Just then, Jack starts finding David's behavior a little strange on the road. Jack realizes that he is infected, so he grabs him and takes him to an empty place where his wife and Abigail cannot see. He pulls up David's pants and sees the zombie bite mark on his leg. Now, it was confirmed to Jack that David was soon going to become a zombie. Jack tells him, "Tell me, would you prefer to die by yourself, or should I kill you?" David says, "I will not harm anyone, and if such a situation even arises, I will kill myself." So, he lets David go. It gets dark as they walk, and they see a house ahead. Jack moves forward with his gun aimed just then. A bright light suddenly comes on, and they are told through the speaker that put down your weapons, otherwise you will be shot to pieces. Now they realize that there are humans inside. Abigail comes forward and says, "Our intention for coming here is not at all to harm anyone. We just need help." Just then, the owner of the house comes out. He says, "You will be given plenty of food and a chance to spend the night here. But on one condition, all of you must keep your guns outside." When these people keep their weapons outside, the man takes them inside the house. This man welcomes everyone into the house and says, "I am a scientist. I live here alone. I could have left from here, but it is easier for me to do research in such a place." Here, he gives them all very good food. Seeing this, they are all surprised because they haven't eaten such food for a long time. They all jump onto the food. After eating, the scientist also brings drinks for these people. They were all very happy because after so long, everyone had a chance to sit comfortably and talk. But listening to the scientist's words, they start feeling a little strange. The scientist says, "Look, although this virus that has spread is a very bad thing, but on the other hand, it has also led to human improvement. For example, the weak people will die out, and the one who is strong will survive as a zombie." He says, "Zombies only live to eat, not for improvement. So, zombies should rule the world." Hearing this, those 4 people start feeling very strange. Just then, David's body feels worse, and he goes to the bathroom. Going to the bathroom, he sees in the mirror that the virus has completely spread in his body. When David comes back to the hall, he sees that Jack and everyone else are lying unconscious. Actually, the scientist had mixed sedative medicine in the wine. Seeing this, David starts attacking the scientist. Just then, the scientist presses a button on a device held in his hand. David suddenly feels very weak, and he falls to the ground. The scientist says, "I made this device after years of effort, with the help of which I can go to any corner of the world. And with the help of this device, zombies cannot harm me. The scientist had made such a device, with the help of which he could control the zombies. That is, now he will become the king of the whole world and make everyone dance to his tunes." After this, David loses consciousness, and when David regains consciousness again, he sees that he and his companions have been tied up, and now the scientist is going to experiment on those 4 people. After doing all this, the scientist says, "Do you want to meet my wife?" Then we see the scientist's wife, who was a zombie, and the scientist had locked her in a cage, and he would catch humans and feed them to her. The scientist had also created this device by experimenting on his wife. When the scientist opens the cage door, his wife first starts attacking him. But the scientist controls her and sends her towards those 4 people. She attacks Jack, but he kicks her and pushes her back. But just then, David breaks the rope with the strength of the virus and frees his other companions as well. The owner of the house realizes the danger and immediately runs away. After this, those 4 people also take their belongings and quickly come out. Luckily, outside, they find the scientist car, and these 4 people drive away towards the forest in that car. But the scientist was not one to give up. He uses his device to control the horde of zombies and chase them. Jack speeds up the car and leaves the zombies far behind, but the road ahead was closed. Now they had no choice but to walk. After walking for a while, the zombies reach them again. David knows that he doesn't have much time. He will become a zombie in just a little while. So, he tells those people to move forward and decides to stay behind and stop the zombies himself. But his wife did not want to let him go, to which David says, "You have to stay alive for our child, and I am doing all this for my future child." After this, David starts fighting with the zombies and confronts them very bravely. He stops the zombies for quite some time, and his companions go far away from the zombies. But just then, a zombie comes and kills David. Jack picks up Megan and moves forward. And finally, these people reach the place where the human settlement was. Abigail starts shouting for help because there were many zombies behind them. 2 guards sitting on the tower see them, and they now start shooting the zombies with snipers and giving them shelter. Soon, a boat is also sent for those people, and these 3 get on the boat and reach inside Shiptown. The black-faced zombie warns its companions not to proceed, because there is a water path ahead and they could not cross it. On the other hand, it was time for Megan's delivery, and she needed immediate treatment. The good thing was that doctors and hospital facilities were also available here. The next morning, we see that this place has been made into a town by joining many large ships together, surrounded by water. Jack tells Abigail, "Now we should leave from here," but Abigail has decided to stay here. She is having a lot of fun being among people. A big argument happens between the 2 about this. Just then, a doctor comes and informs them that Megan has given birth to a baby girl, but due to excessive blood loss, she may not survive for long. Hearing this, Jack feels sad. He quickly goes to the hospital room. Megan has become very weak, and she wants to hand over her daughter to Jack, and she wants her to grow up just like Abigail. Jack remembers his dead wife, and he agrees to keep Megan's baby girl with him. Meanwhile, Abigail was having fun with a handsome boy. She had never imagined that so many people could sit together, drink alcohol, and dance and sing freely to beautiful music. So, her desire to stay here becomes even stronger. After a while, Abigail sees that handsome boy quietly going into a cabin. Seeing him, she also goes inside. Reaching there, she sees that this cabin is completely filled with bombs. A wireless switch is also hanging there. As soon as she touches that switch, the boy runs over and tells her that they have planted bombs below Shiptown. If this place is ever in danger, people will escape through that path, and they will blow up this place from outside. But neither of them had the slightest idea that this day would come so soon. That scientist also reaches there in anger. He sees that these people have killed many of the zombies on whose strength he wanted to rule this world. He uses his control device to take control of the black-faced zombie king. After getting the scientist's help, the water below Shiptown could not save them now. Many zombies reach those ships under the water and suddenly attack the people. Many people are killed among them. Chaos spreads among the people. Meanwhile, Jack also comes to know that the zombies have attacked. Jack starts to worry about Abigail and starts looking for her. He moves forward, killing the zombies, and finally he finds Abigail. On the other hand, that scientist also reaches the ship and punches Abigail, knocking her down. Seeing this, Jack gets angry and starts running towards the scientist. Just then, a zombie comes in between and pushes him into the tank below. And the scientist also reaches there and wants to take revenge on Jack. He kicks Jack and pushes him down. But Jack knew that it was futile to fight the scientist, so he attacks the scientist and smashes the device in his hand against the wall. Now, the scientist no longer had the power to control the zombies. As a result, the old scientist soon becomes a victim of the zombie. The good thing was that an escape route was already made in this camp. Many survivors reach the other bank of the river through the tunnel route. When they are about to activate the bomb, the handsome boy does not press the button because Abigail is still on the ship. Now Jack and Abigail start running outside, but the zombie king grabs Abigail from behind. Just then, Jack quickly hits that zombie on the head with a piece of wood, due to which he falls back. Suddenly, Abigail's gaze mistakenly falls on the bracelet tied to the zombie king's hand. This was the bracelet that she had made for her father with her own hands in childhood. She realizes that this zombie is her father, but now he is not a human, but has become a zombie. Here, Jack grabs her hand and forces her to run away. Seeing the two of them run away, the handsome boy immediately presses the button of the wireless remote, and the entire Shiptown is turned to ashes. However, the fight is not over yet. The leader of the camp clutches his throat because he was bitten by a zombie in the fight. Before the virus spreads, the black-faced zombie attacks him. The surprising thing was that the zombie king also survived the explosion. Jack quickly runs and starts fighting with the zombie king, but Jack was falling weak against the zombie king. So, Abigail picks up the gun from the ground, and even after knowing that the zombie king standing in front is her father, but he was killing Jack, who raised her. So, Abigail shoots that black-faced zombie king without thinking anything, because if she hadn't shot him, that zombie king would have killed all the people present there. After this, Jack and Abigail hug each other, and now, Jack, Abigail, and the surviving people look towards a deserted island in the distant sea and decide to establish a new human settlement there. With this, the story ends. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and like the video.